What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, y'all? It's your boy Kareem Supreme. Now check this out. This is the movie we're talking about today, the Miss Evers boys. And I gotta be careful with the words I use because a lot of platforms are sensitive when it comes to movies like this and the choice of words you use to describe the events that happen in this movie. So this movie, Miss Evers Boys, it came out 25 years ago today, on this day, 2/22. Right now it's 2/22/22. This movie came out 2/22/97. And I remember it was one of those HBO movies. You know, it wasn't in a theater or nothing. It just was one of those HBO home movies. And for some reason, it would always come on late at night, like around 3 o'clock or 2:30 in the morning on like a Wednesday or Tuesday or something, you know? So I never really got to see it. You know, I remember seeing it on the interactive menu, and this was when interactive guide menus became available on your TV if you had cable. All you do is hit the menu button on your remote, and then bloop, the menu will pop up. You can see all the time slots for movies. This movie used to always come on late at night, and I couldn't figure out why until years later. The reason why it came on late at night on a Tuesday or Wednesday is because they really didn't want, I don't think they really wanted people to see it. You know, I don't think they really wanted us to see it. You know what I mean? Why? Because this movie was about the 1932, 1930s Tuskegee Experiment. You know, they gave syphilis to black sharecroppers down in Tuskegee, Alabama, on purpose. You know, they was experimenting on them. And they also did the same thing in Oslo, Norway, on some Norwegians back in those days. And a lot of those farmers, a lot of those sharecroppers were healthy black men. And it killed a lot of them. A lot of them suffered, you know, died slow. And it was just sad, man. They couldn't most of them couldn't reproduce. Some of them did, but you know, they injected them with syphilis. You know, and the nurse, Miss Eunice Evers, they used her to recruit these black sharecroppers. She was telling them that this shot will keep you from getting blood illnesses. You know, she was going around saying this shot, come on and get this shot so you don't get bad blood. And it was like, okay, you know, they felt like it was a black nurse. And they were black, she was black, so they was like, oh, okay. You know, they were concerned about their health. They didn't want to get bad blood or whatever she was talking about. You know, so a lot of them, you know, went along with it and got the shot and caught syphilis, couldn't reproduce. Some of them went crazy. Some of them went blind, you know, and then the families were never compensated. You know, it was sad. I mean, I can't say what I want to say, but look at the current situation we're in today. You know, a lot of black folks don't really trust the medical system. They don't trust certain shots that they mandate. YouTube, I'm only, you know, talking about a movie for historical documentation. It's the anniversary of this movie, and I'm giving a brief summary about what the movie is about. So YouTube, take it easy. You know, I'm not trying to mislead anybody. This is just a movie that came out 25 years ago. So anyway, you know, it went on these people were sick for 40 years, you know, all through the 30s, 40s, 50s and 60s and 70s. That's when the government got involved and they offered to pay the families, the few that were around, you know, the families of the people that died and stuff. You know what I mean? It was sad. It was sad. I mean, history repeats itself if you let it. You know, it was just sad. This was a good movie. When I first saw it, I was like, man, I just can't believe our own government would do that. They say America eats its young, you know, and these were young, healthy sharecroppers, you know, in their 20s, some of them 30s. They were mostly young, you know, mostly young sharecroppers, you know, in their 20s, teens, late teens, 20s, you know, and they took the shot and ended up getting sick. And the doctors tried to act like it wasn't the shots. They were trying to blame it on other things. You know, it just was crazy. And this is based on a true story. I think every black person should have this in their collection. You know? And that black nurse, you know, she reminds me of this lady named Dr. Kizzy, I believe her name is. They used her. They said that she was the founder of the vaccine or something like that. Look her up, Dr. Kizzy. You know, she's the modern day Eunice. Dr. Kizzy is the modern day Eunice Evers. You know, you if you know your history, you'll know that history repeats itself, and you know who to trust and who not to trust. This movie is deep, y'all. Y'all should watch this movie and compare it to the current situation we're in now, and then let me know what y'all what y'all think in the comment section. Y'all gotta excuse me. I'm all stuffed up. This change of weather has got me all clogged up. Holla at your boy, Kareem Supreme. Peace.